Hello everyone. Today I am going to give you a presentation on fundamentals of digital communication and data transmission. And the outline of my presentation will be what is communication, digital communication system, advantages and disadvantages of digital communication system. So after presenting this, I hope you will well understood what about digital communication and its fundamental aspect. Now let's start. What is communication? Communication is transferring data reliably from one point to another, that is, from source to destination. Data could be anything, it may be a voice, it may be a video, it may be a quotes, etc. It is important to receive the same information that was sent from the transmitter, and it will transmit over the receiver properly. Communication system is a system that allows transfer of information reliably. Now, this is a typical block diagram of a communication system, of any communication system, rather analog communication system or it's a digital communication system. There will be an information source from where the information is originally generated. Then it will transmit over the transmitter, where it is linked with a channel or media or path, you can say, from transmitter to receiver. Now this information source, which is coming from the source, is transmitted over from a transmitter through a channel, and it reaches at the destination or receiver section. And from the receiver section, it will process the information, and then it will come into the information sink, or you can rather say it will a destination where you want to transmit your data. Next, information source will be anything. It may be a human voice, it may be a data storage device, CD, video, etc. And data types is either it will be a digital one or it will be analog one. Digital means discrete, a finite set of symbols, and analog means a continuous, infinite set of signals. And what is transmitter? It converts the source data into a suitable form for transmission through signal processing. Actually, data conversion from any form of signal into another form of signal, it depends on the channel. What are the channel we are used during the communication system? Depending on that channel, the form of signal will be changed. Next is, it is coming a channel, very important. It is a link, it is a media between transmitter and receiver. The information source actually passes from transmitter to receiver through this channel or path or link. It is a physical medium, the medium where the signal propagates till arriving to the receiver. Physical medium may be wired or wireless. Wired means twisted pair cables, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable, and wireless means air, vacuum, and water. Each physical channel has a certain limited range of frequencies. F means frequency minimum to frequency maximum, and that is called the channel bandwidth. And physical channels have another important limitations, which is called a noise. Noise means an unwanted signal. Now, channel. Noise is actually an undesired random signal that corrupts the original signal and degrades it. Noise sources, electronic equipments in a communication system. It may be a thermal noise, it may be atmospheric electromagnetic noise. And then there will be another lots of noises are there in communication systems. Another limitations of noise is the attenuation. Weakens the signal strength as it travels over the transmission medium. That means when a signal is transmitting over a long channel in a long distance communication, it weakens. That is, it loses its energy, is decaying its energy, and its strength is weakens. Attenuation increases as frequency increases. And one last important limitations is the delay distortion. Mainly in the wire transmission, delay will be there. Delays the transmitted signals, it will violate the reliability of the communication system. Now, a receiver. Receiver means it will extracting the message or code in the received signal, which is coming through the channel. Example, speech signal at transmitter is converted into electromagnetic waves to travel over the channel. Once the electromagnetic waves are received properly, then the receiver converts it back to a speech form. That is, it's like a converter which is coming through the channel. It will extract the original information source and then it process it and it sends to the destination, actual destination. This is the process. And information sync means the final stage or the user or the destination. You can say it is a destination. See, this is a sine wave like this. This is a original information source signal, and this is a flickering noise. This one, like this is flickering noise. And when this noise is merged with the original signal, the behavior of the signal is like this. You see, that is the wave nature is there, with the smoothness is gone. It will make some spikes. It will make some spikes like this. So it becomes the noisy signals. Next, coming into the digital communication system, it is very important because our topic of conversation, our topic of presentation is digital communication system. Data of a digital format, that is binary forms, that is the binary bits, ones and zeros are transmitted over the channel, and it is called the digital communication system. So this is the actual block diagram of digital communication system, of any digital communication system rather. First one is the information source. Some information source will be there. That means it is generating or originating your message source or information source. It comes over into the A to D converter. That means analog signal is firstly converted into digital form. So it will be the work of A to D converter. It actually converts a signal from analog to digital form. Then it comes over the source encoder. So source encoder actually, using some coding technique, it will convert the signal into discrete form, and then it becomes channel encoder. That means it will encode the channel. According to that, it will change the form of the signal with the range of compatibility. Then there will be some modulator is there. Modulator modulates the signal. It will create some carrier signal, and that carrier signal is merged with your original signal to send the signals properly. Then there will be channel. Channel is the communication link between the source part with the destination part. Then there will be demodulator. It demodulates the signal, that is, it will just reverse process of modulation. Demodulation means actually extracting the original signal from the carrier signal. Then it comes into the channel decoder. It decodes the channel. That means it will just reverse process of channel encoder. Then it comes into the source decoder. It will just reverse of source encoder. The source decoder actually decodes the source. That means it is coming the binary form, then it changes into the continuous waveform in the form of analog signal. Then there will be digital to analog converter. It will actually create some analog signal from your digital signal, and then this will be information sink or destination. So this will be the total process follow in a digital communication system. Now let's try to understand each and every block. Now firstly, it will be information source. It will be any form of analog data like microphone, speech signals, image, video, anything. Then digital data like keyboard, from binary numbers, hex numbers, etc. Then it comes into the analog to digital converter. It has three part of process. First one is the sampling, that is converting continuous time signal into a discrete signal. Then quantization, converting the amplitude of the analog signal to a digital value. That means it will make some level. I will discuss it on later. Then applying some coding, assigning some binary code to each finite amplitude in the signal. Then it comes source encoder. It actually representation of the transmitted data more efficiently and remove redundant information. Okay, we know that the human speech signal frequency will be 20 kilohertz. So there will be two types of encoding. Another first one is the lossless data compression, and another one is the lossy data compression. Lossless data compression means data can be recovered without any missing information, and lossy data compression means smaller size of data, and data removed is in encoding cannot be recovered again. That means in this lossy data compression, there will be some losses as compared with the noise into your signal, and you cannot be recovered that original signals easily. Then there will be channel encoder to control the noise and to detect the errors that can occur in the transmitted data due to the noise. That means actually channel encoder removes the noise and correct the errors if there will be any error, and then it transmitted data due to the noise and into the channel. There will be modulator. This will represent the data in a form of compatibility to make it compatible with the channel. That is carrier signal, high frequency signals it will make. Demodulator, that is after modulator it comes through the channel. The signal is coming into the part of destination, that is the receiver section. In the receiver section, there will be the first block that will come, it's a demodulator. It removes the carrier signal and reverses the process of modulator. I told you that it will extracting the original message signal from the carrier signal. Then there will be channel decoder. It detects and corrects the errors in the signal gained from the channel. So if there will be any error or noise in the signal which is coming through the channel, then channel decoder detects it and corrects it. Then there will be a source decoder. It decompresses the data into its original format. I told you the source decoder actually decodes the signal, that is it will access the reverse process of source encoder. It decompresses it and extracting the original signal into its original format, that is in analog format. Then it comes a digital to analog converter. It reverses the operation of the A to D. It actually creates analog signal from the digital one, and it needs techniques and knowledge about sampling, quantization and coding methods. After knowing this sampling, quantization and coding method properly, it will revert back into its original form of signal, that is analog 1. And then it comes information sink, that is the destination, and you can say it is a user. Now, why should we use digital communication? First one is the ease of regeneration. Only 0 and 1s are used in digital communication system. You know that these are the bits. That is, in digital communication, the signal are in formation of bits. Noise immunity, better noise handling when using repeaters that repeats the original signal. Easy to differentiate between the values either 0 or 1. You can easily know the fact about the 0 and 1, and you can easily differentiate it. Easy of transmission, less errors, faster processing, better productivity. So that means easy of transmission, and beyond the limit, it faster transmission. Easy of multiplexing, you can easily multiplex different type of signals into a one, that is transmitting several signals simultaneously. Use of modern technology, the less cost will be very lesser. And easy of encryption, that is in case of security and privacy, it makes a guaranteed digital communication transmission and handles most of the encrypted techniques. So using encrypted or coding technique, you can secure or privacy, make some privacy into your message or original information signal. What are the disadvantages? The major disadvantage of digital transmission is that it requires a greater transmission bandwidth or channel bandwidth to communicate the same information in digital format as compared to analog format. That is, you need a greater bandwidth, transmission bandwidth or channel bandwidth in case of digital transmission system. Another disadvantage of digital transmission is that digital detection requires system synchronization, whereas analog signals generally have no such requirement. That is, in case of digital transmission system or digital communication system, you need a synchronization detector, which is not required in case of analog system. So this increases the cost as well as setup size of the digital communication system. So that's all for today. And what we learned from this presentation, I hope you learn or you get the basic concept about the communication, descriptive concept of digital communication system, what are the blocks are used like decoder, encoder, ADC, DAC, source encoder, source decoder, channel encoder, channel decoder, like that. For the functionality of these blocks and advantages and disadvantages of digital communication system. So I hope you enjoy this session and hope it will be beneficial to you. Thank you, and that's all for today.